Okay, welcome back to your savings rate update for August. The base rate's still sitting at 3.75%. The Bank of England met on the 30th of July and held again, but it was closer than the headline suggests. A 6-3 vote, and the three dissenters weren't calling for a cut. They wanted to hike to 4%. So the short version for savers is genuinely good this month. Rates are holding, and if anything, the fixed market has really firmed up. You can now lock in 5% on a fixed bond. The top regular savers have jumped to a whopping 8%, although they do come with important catches that you need to be aware of. And easy access accounts are still topping 5% if you move fast on a couple of deadlines. As always, everything we mentioned today is available on depositscout.com. There you can filter by type, see full details, run the savings and tax calculators, and check the rate history graphs. Those graphs are genuinely useful. They show you whether a provider tends to hold its rates or reduce them, and if an account's sitting lower than usual right now, that's a sign to hold off. Wait a few days or a week and see if it climbs back before you open it. Okay, links in the description for depositscout.com. It's our site. We built it. It's completely free. And if you'd like to support the channel, do go and have a look. So Jan, before we jump into easy access, shall we do a quick roundup of the switch offers?
Yeah, Johnny, what a great time to be a saver in the UK and also a great time to switch banks at the moment. Let's start with the easiest one, Bank of Scotland, their classic account. It's available until the 6th of August, so that might be worth mentioning. You're getting £175 and you only need to set up 3 direct debits. That's it. HSBC standard account, also worth mentioning, £220, also relatively easy to get. £2,000 that you need to deposit once, and then you have to make £500 of card spend in 60 days. Really accessible. Everyone should be able to benefit from that. Barclays has a £600 switching bonus for their Premier account. Really compelling as well. Deadline is 27th of August. And in order to qualify for that, you need to obviously have Premier eligibility, which means £75,000 of income or £100,000 in savings. And then you need to spend £4,000 in 30 days. And if you want to see all the switch offers, have a look at depositscout.com. We regularly compare them, we track them. You can get an easy overview of all the other ones that we didn't mention in this episode. So maybe there's one that's specifically compelling to you, and then you can decide whether you want to sign up.
Okay, let's talk about easy access accounts. Revolut is somewhat sitting at the top of the table, but the offer that they have is going to expire on the 4th of August. But they're offering, I'll just make this quick because it's been on the table for a while, they're offering 5% up to £25,000. And once you've gone past that figure, the rate reverts to whatever your plan currently is. So if you're using standard, that's 2.9%. So anything over 25K, you end up with this blended rate. It's not very compelling, honestly, and it's ending soon. If you want a 5% rate, then you could check out Lemfi, who are an international money transfer company, but they've partnered with Clearbank to offer a 5% rate that does have a bonus element of just 6 months. So it will revert after 6 months to 3.04%. It's FSCS protected because it's through Clearbank. You can deposit up to £240,000. I have opened the account, I have to say, and I have received interest from the account. It's legitimate, at least in my opinion. We've had people reach out to us who have been concerned about it. But we've also had people in the comments that said they have used that account. So do your own research, check it out, see who Clearbank are, but that is a good way to get 5%. Tembo are offering the Home Saver Easy Access account. This one's been on the table for a while now. It's 4.55%. That includes a 1.55% fixed bonus that runs for 12 months. After that, we have Saga, typically marketed towards the over 50s group. They're offering 4.5% for a 12-month period with a max deposit of £1 million. But that 12-month period includes a 1.64% bonus, and then it reverts to 2.86%. But this is a pretty compelling account, Jan. You know, we'll put it next to the Chase Saver, which we talk about every month. That's for new users only. So if you've already had a Chase account, you'll only get access to 2.25% with Chase UK. But look, if you're someone who's using that Chase UK Easy Access and getting the 4.5%, which has a maximum deposit limit of £3 million, this Saga account, for those that are seeing that account, that Chase UK soon close, this Saga account, Jan, is quite a compelling one to switch to. A lot like the Oxberry Easy Access Summer account, Oxberry have been doing this quite a lot throughout the last couple of months, coming out with some really compelling rates and then suddenly closing the accounts, Jan, I think because they're just sheerly based on popularity. 4.33%, no bonus, max deposit of £120,000, minimum deposit of £1,000. Probably one of the best easy access accounts, purely based on the fact that you know what you're going to get and you don't have to worry too much about the bonus ending at any point. Obviously, it is a variable rate. Oxbury can change it, and it will change if the base rate shifts. But it is a really solid, clean rate. But again, Oxbury Bank have a tendency to remove these rates very quickly, so don't sleep on this one. Kahoot has two really interesting accounts that are worth looking at. A simple saver, which they've actually just increased from 4.32 to 4.52%. So now might be a good time to open this account, especially with that Revolut 5% rate coming to an end. And importantly, with this Kahoot account, you're getting that 4.52% across your whole balance, and it's up to £500,000. And you can choose from either monthly or annual interest. They also have the Sunny Day Saver, worth checking out if you're looking for low balance interest. You get 5% on that account up to £3,000, and again it lasts 12 months and you can choose from monthly or annual interest. So Kahoot has some great accounts to choose from. They're owned by Santander, which is worth knowing in case you are looking for a high street name. So Jan, let's have a look at fixed accounts next, and also ask the question, is now the right time to lock in?
Johnny, looking at the table in front of me, I think now is not a good time to lock away your money for longer than 1 year, because the difference between the best 1 year account and the best 5 year account is just 0.08%, which means there's almost no premium for giving away access to your cash for 5 years, literally 5 times as long as 1 year. Which is obvious, but definitely worth mentioning. And that's quite fascinating to me. The best 1 year account, GB Bank, 4.92%. Very, very compelling. Minimum of £1,000. And if you say you'd like to invest less than £1,000, Oaknorth has a 1 year account with 4.86%, and you can open up that account with just £1 only. And the best 3 year account is Investec with 5% and a minimum of £5,000. And then the best 5 year account is Adam Bank with 5% and a minimum of £50.
Let's talk about cash ISAs next, specifically easy access. And there's only one account that I think is worth speaking about this month, and it's the eToro Cash ISA, because the headline rate is 4.87%. That is extremely compelling. There is a slight catch with this one. You can only withdraw up to 3 times, and then it drops to 3.57%. So there is a bonus element here, and if you go over the withdrawal limit, it drops to the amount below without the bonus. And eToro have been chopping and changing with these rates. If you check out their rate history graph for this account on depositscout.com, you'll see that this has very recently gone back up, and it might stay here for a while, so you might have an opportunity to wait on this. But honestly, if this is looking interesting, not financial advice, but I would look to grab this account while you can, and we'll put a link for it in the description box below. But there are some important things to discuss, not just the fact that you have up to 3 withdrawals before the rate reverts, but also how your money is deposited. The actual mechanics of this account are a little bit different to a normal cash ISA. So it is flexible, which means that you can take money out and put it back in within the same tax year without it affecting your ISA allowance, as long as it's into the same cash ISA. And there's also a minimum deposit of £500. But importantly, Jan, this is a money market fund. Okay, so the money that's deposited into this account or into these accounts are held in money market funds. And what that means in plain English is that these funds collect all the money and loan them out on a short-term basis to banks and to governments. This is about the lowest risk end of investing that there is, and the yield from those loans is then passed on back to you or back to the people that deposit their money. The practical differences are that this is an investment vehicle, not a savings deposit. So you don't get the standard FSCS protection of £120,000, you get £85,000. But you're still protected up to that amount. Transfers in are accepted, but these are operated by Money Farm, and there is a minimum of £5,000 on transfers. The Cash ISA fixed accounts, interestingly, aren't as good.
Yeah, definitely not, Johnny. Best 1 year account is Tandem with 4.67%. It's also a flexible account. Best 15-month account is Coventry Building Society with 4.6%. It's not flexible, that one. And the best 2 year account is Tandem, again, with 4.74%. It's also flexible again. But isn't that fascinating, Johnny? An easy access cash ISA with a promo rate that will expire in 12 months is better than the best 1 year fixed cash ISA. Why would you even get one then?
With these fixes, though, we should probably mention that you can actually access the money, but it comes with a penalty. Like Tandem, for example, have a 90-day penalty. I think Oak North is the same, 90 days on 1 year or 180-day penalty on 2 year. But you're right, it's really difficult, isn't it, to justify these fixes?
You know what else I can't justify at all at the moment? Notice accounts. I think they're pointless. And I've said it in the past, we still want to include them or to give the most comprehensive overview possible this month. But I don't find them attractive at all at the moment compared to what else is available. Streambank is the best 90-day notice account with 4.35%, comes with a £1,000 minimum. Stafford Building Society offers the best 180-day notice account with 4.26% and a £5,000 minimum. And then Castle Trust offers the best 120-day notice account with 4.2% and a £1,000 minimum. Why would you be even tempted to opening up these accounts? I don't know, really. Just get a fixed account instead if you want to fix already. Or get an easy access account. It's flexible. You'll be earning more. And just don't use these notice accounts. I don't see the point. Maybe it's self-control. That's something that you phrased in the past, Johnny, for people that just, want to give access of their money away because they're scared of making maybe impulsive buying decisions. Could be, if you're one of these people, take another look at notice accounts. But to be honest, I would say the average Joe will not benefit from this. But what the average Joe will definitely benefit from, and I think this is something that every UK saver should have, is a regular saver, Johnny, because they offer up to 8% at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 4 accounts, but it's really important, isn't it, Jan, to look at how much interest you can actually earn across the year.
That's right.
So I've sorted the table by rate, and the 8% accounts are obviously sitting at the top. But look what happens if we sort by max interest. It completely flips, and the top account then becomes a 5.4% account. And this account sits so high because it runs across a 2-year or a 24-month term, and it has a monthly deposit limit of £500. So you could technically earn up to £675 in interest across that 2-year period. Next up is, again, not an 8% account. It's the Monmouthshire Building Society. That's 6% with a maximum interest of nearly £200. That account is really easy to open as well. You don't need a current account. You can just open a regular saver account and start depositing money into it. The next account does require you to open a current account, but what's nice about this one is that the rate is fixed. So you're guaranteed 7% for 12 months. That is first direct, and you can earn up to £136.50 in max interest. The first 8% account is the Club Lloyds monthly saver from Lloyds Bank. You've got to factor in as well that this account comes with a £5 fee, and you can earn up to £130 of interest from a £250 monthly limit. And after that, the 8% accounts roll in, Halifax, Bank of Scotland, and then Santander's a bit further down. But honestly, these 8% accounts aren't as good as they look. Do get in the comments as well if you have any questions regarding any of these accounts, if you intend to open any of them, and of course, if we've missed any accounts. That's really important because it allows people in the community, allows people to read the comments to find new accounts, possibly better accounts than the ones we've surfaced today. And of course, these accounts are always changing. Today is the 3rd of August. If you get to this a couple weeks later, things may have changed. So again, that's another reason to check depositscout.com to keep up to date on the latest and greatest savings rates. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already on YouTube, and we'll see you again in the next episode.